On July 16, 2025, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, an Indian Air Force officer, landed back on Earth after spending 18 days on the International Space Station, ISS. His trip, part of the Axiom Mission 4, AX-4, was a huge deal for India. It wasn't just about sending an astronaut to space, it was about preparing India to become a major player in space exploration. Here's why Shukla's mission matters, what it achieved, and what's next for India's space dreams. The question is why Shukla went to space. Shukla, a skilled test pilot, was picked to join AX-4, a mission run by NASA and Axiom Space, with India's space agency ISRO as a partner. His main job was to get real-world space experience to help India's Gaganyaan mission, set for 2026, which will send 3 Indian astronauts into orbit. Shukla trained hard in Bengaluru at ISRO's facility, learning how to handle space conditions. Sending him to the ISS was a chance to test India's astronaut training, learn from international experts, and show the world India's ready for big space missions. Let's check out what he did in space. For 18 days, Shukla lived and worked on the ISS, a giant space lab orbiting 400 kilometers above Earth. He carried out experiments like studying how the human body reacts to zero gravity and testing new ways to make materials in space. Some of these experiments were designed for India, and their results could lead to breakthroughs in medicine or technology back home. Every task he did, whether fixing equipment or moving in zero gravity, was practice for Gaganyaan, helping ISRO figure out how to make India's first manned mission a success. Shukla also worked with astronauts from other countries, learning how to team up on complex space missions. This experience is a big deal because it shows India can handle international space projects like working with NASA or joining future moon missions. Let's see what India gained. Shukla's mission was a win for India in many ways. First, practice for Gaganyaan. Shukla's time in space gave ISRO real data on how astronauts handle microgravity. This will make Gaganyaan safer and smoother, from launch to landing. Second, new science. His experiments could lead to new tech, like better medical treatments or stronger materials that India can use on Earth and in future space missions. Third, global respect. Shukla's success showed the world that India's space program is serious. It strengthens ties with NASA and other agencies, opening doors for more teamwork. Fourth, jobs and growth. The mission boosts India's space industry, which could grow from $8 billion to $44 billion by 2033. It encourages private companies to build rockets, satellites, and more, creating jobs. And finally, inspiration. Shukla's trip fired up kids across India to dream big and study science, tech, or engineering. It's a proud moment that shows India can do anything. Now the question is, what's next for India? Shukla's mission is just the start. Here's what's coming. First one is the Gaganyaan in 2026. Shukla will use his ISS experience to help prepare the Gaganyaan crew, likely Prasanth Balakrishnan Nair, Ajit Krishnan, or Angad Pratap, for India's first manned space mission. If it succeeds, India will be the 4th country to send humans to space on its own, after the US, Russia, and China. Secondly, a space station by 2035. ISRO wants to build its own space station, a base for more research and bigger missions. Shukla's work helps India learn how to keep astronauts safe in space for long periods. Moon by 2040. India's dreaming of sending astronauts to the moon, and Shukla's experiments could help design lunar bases or spacecraft. India's already part of NASA's Artemis program, which plans to return humans to the moon. Thirdly, more global teamwork. Shukla's mission proves India can work with the best in space. Expect more Indian astronauts on the ISS or even commercial space stations in the future. And finally, boosting education. ISRO plans to share Shukla's story with schools, inspiring kids to chase careers in space and science. This could shape India's future innovators. India aims for a bright future. As Shukla rests and recovers with plans to return to India by August 17, 2025, his mission has already changed the game. He's shown that India's ready to soar literally. From Gaganyaan to a space station to the moon, India's space program is on fire. Shukla's 18 days in space weren't just a trip, they were a launch pad for a billion dreams. India's looking up and the stars are closer than ever.